Hey guys, welcome back to Cruise Blog. It's Allie. Today we're going to be talking about the worst times to take a cruise in 2025 if you are someone who is looking for a good deal. Let's get into it. It's not too late to book a cruise for 2025. While cruise fares have definitely increased over the last few years, you can still find a great deal by booking in advance, choosing less popular travel dates, or being open to last minute deals. Certain times of the year, such as the shoulder and off season, see more competitive pricing due to less demand. For example, those looking to stretch their budget as far as possible will want to browse early spring or fall sale dates rather than the peak summer months. Additionally, many cruise lines offer promotions and discounts during the first few months of the year, which is known as the wave season in the cruise industry. This can be a great time to save money on the cruise fares and score other perks like onboard credit, free upgrades, discounted excursions, prepaid gratuities, and more. Saving money on your cruise fare lets you splurge on extras too, like drink packages, Wi Fi, shore excursions, specialty dining, and spa treatments. Alternatively, if you're looking to cruise more often next year, finding the most affordable rates can help you spend more time on a ship and maximizing your travel opportunities. Avoid these worst times of the year to take a cruise in 2025 if you are looking for a deal. And up first is spring break. Cruise lines typically hike prices during spring break as American families and students take advantage of their time off from school. However, spring break dates vary greatly depending on the region and school district. For example, New York City public schools are off from April 14th to 18th, whereas Texas's Dallas Independent School District is off from March 10th to the 14th. Carnival's website lists a 7-night cruise on Carnival Jubilee departing on April 12th, 2025, starting at $854 per person for an inside cabin. That same itinerary to Mahogany Bay, Cozumel, and Costa Maya in February of 2025 costs $734 each. Similarly, a 4-night cruise on Royal Caribbean's Utopia of the Seas in April of 2025 starts at $939 per person. While sailing on Royal Caribbean's newest ship isn't as affordable as choosing an older ship, there are cheaper voyages later in the year, such as the October 27th departure, which starts as low as $692. To maximize savings, avoid the spring break months of March and April overall. Instead, consider booking during other parts of the year when prices will definitely be lower. In addition, you will want to avoid the summer months. Like spring break, many families choose to travel during June, July, and August. While summer cruises are great for family vacations, they are more expensive due to the increased demand. Between the 3 months, July tends to see the highest prices, with early June and late August providing more affordable options, though they're still more expensive than the shoulder and off-season pricing. For example, the August 17th, 2025 7-night Eastern Caribbean cruise on Wonder of the Seas costs $1,000 per guest for an interior stateroom. While still expensive, the same itinerary in July starts at about $1,200 each. The reasoning is that, well, first, many schools have resumed by mid-August, and second, the Atlantic hurricane season is nearing its peak. According to the Weather Channel, July has accounted for 7% of all named storms since 1851, coming out to roughly one named storm per season. Comparatively, 22% of an average season's storms occur during the month of August. That said, you'll find better deals during the peak of hurricane season due to the heightened risk of severe weather. Rest assured though, if you book a cruise during September, October, or November, cruise lines are well prepared to handle potential weather disruptions as ships can easily adjust itineraries to avoid a storm's path if necessary. In October 2024, for instance, at least 15 cruise ships altered their itineraries to steer clear of Hurricane Milton. But do cheaper cruise fares during hurricane season outweigh the risks of sailing during those months? I think so, as long as you embrace a little bit of unpredictability. Taking a look at 2025 sailings on Carnival Elation, for example, which is the smallest fun ship in Carnival's fleet, the cheapest sailing in July starts at $611 per person for a 4-night cruise to the Bahamas. However, if you cruise in October, you could book a 5-night cruise for just $400 each. Places like Alaska and the Mediterranean aren't impacted by the Atlantic hurricane season. However, because of demand, the priciest sailings are during the peak summer months. If possible, look for a departure at the beginning or end of the season. The starting price for a 7-night cruise on Norwegian Encore, for example, example, in July 2025 is $1,700, with some dates as expensive as $2,000 per person for an inside cabin. Comparatively, a week-long voyage to Alaska in early May is as low as $1,100 each. Next, you'll want to avoid long weekends. 3-day weekends celebrating holidays like President's Day, Memorial Day, Labor Day, and Veterans Day are very popular times for short cruises. However, these weekends also see a surge in demand since less PTO is required for some, and that leads to higher fares as well. For example, Labor Day 2025 falls on Monday, September 1st this year. A 3-night sailing on Wonder of the Seas departing on August 29th and returning September 1st will cost you around $788 per person. Cruising later in the month, like on September 26th, will cost less, starting at $577 each. Next, you'll want to also avoid the winter holidays. While there is something magical about cruising over Christmas with the ship decked out in festive decorations, it's not really a cheap investment. The same goes for New Year's, although the latter tends to be more expensive than Christmas or Thanksgiving. Cruise lines know that many families take advantage of the time off from school and work to enjoy a holiday getaway, so these fares tend to increase during the time. Not only that, but they can also sell out far in advance, meaning it's very unlikely that you'll get a last-minute deal, especially if you're eyeing a specific cabin category like a balcony. Do you want to be the first person to sail on the brand new MSC World America over Christmas? Well, you'll be surprised to learn that you'll need to shell out at least $1,100 per person for an inside cabin. That price increases to around $1,400 each if you want a private veranda. The same itinerary visiting Roatan, Honduras, Costa Maya, and Cozumel, Mexico, along with MSC's private island, starts at around $740 for a cruise the first week of December. In fact, you can take a 14-night voyage on MSC World America in December 2025 for just $1,300 per person, which is less than what a balcony costs during Christmas. So what's the bottom line here? Don't freak out if you haven't booked your 2025 family cruise yet, as there's still time to find a good deal. While certain periods like spring break, summer, long weekends, and winter holidays can drive up prices, you can still save money by booking outside peak times. The off-season and shoulder season months are ideal for those who want to maximize their travel budget, as prices are more competitive since there's less demand for staterooms. Also, look for promotions during wave season and be proactive about booking as early as possible. Cruise prices often increase as the departure date nears, especially during peak travel periods like spring break. All right, everybody, that's all we have for today. Comment below if you are planning to sail in 2025 and if you are looking to get a good deal on an upcoming cruise. Thanks for tuning in today, and be sure and like and subscribe to Cruise Blogs so that you can be notified every time we have a new video. Until next time, this has been Allie, and happy cruising.